Okay, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining me from. How are you? How has your day been? It's good to have you once again. For me, this week has been so fast. It's gone so quickly. I feel like I was only live yesterday, and I feel like I haven't done much this week. So it's good to be here once again to share this time and this moment with you. Let me know in the comment, how has your week been? Let me know what has been the best part of your day, what has been the best part of your week. If you just give me one quick second, I'm just going to double check that this is running fine, because sometimes I'm live and it doesn't really tell me. So I'm just going to be able to see what everyone else can see, because we need to do this thing sometimes. Okay. So I think there's a little bit of setback. I don't know if I'm the only one that can see that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let me know in the comment, how was your listing sometimes. Okay, sorry. All right, good to have you. Hello. If you're joining me for the very first time, my name is Tosin John, and I'm from T Angel Business School. I'm reaching out to you today from T Angel Business School, where we help business owners and we help individuals and want to be entrepreneurs to gain clarity around their business propositions in order for them to be able to take momentum building action steps that they need to build, start, and grow their business, and for them to be able to unleash their purpose and build it in order for them to create a profitable business. So whether you're just starting out or you're looking to grow your business, the aim of T Angel Business School is to give you the clarity that you need, the steps that you need, the actions, the tools, the resources, the strategies, and the information that you need in order for you to be able to create a profitable and a successful business. So if you're just joining me, say hi for me in the comment. Let me know where you're joining in from. It's good to have you. It's really good to have you today. So I'm just going to quickly jump into what we have today. The reason is because it's going to be a full day of planning, and the main aim and the purpose of this goal planning session is goal setting and planning session is to be able to help us to, have a time we come together every month, which usually is at the end of the month. That way we are able to review how the week went, how the month went, because last month we had the same goal setting session where we planned the month of September. Now it's the end of September. We need to look at the things that we've done. What were the things we were able to achieve? What are the things that stopped us from achieving what we wanted to achieve? And now we can use, the lessons from what helped us to achieve those goals, what hindered us from achieving those goals, and we are able to put effort into the next month in order for us to be able to make sure that we see better results from achieving our goals. So I'm just going to also be sharing my screen quickly for us, because I've got some slides already prepared that will help us in this session. So if you give me just some few minutes. Okay, let's see. Wow. Still let me know in the comment how your week has been. I think that there's a slight delay with the internet. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen. All right, today is we are planning for it's the end of September, so we are planning for the month of October. We are going to set our goals, what we plan to actually do for the month of October. So why do we need to have this session? Why do we need to goal set? Why do we need to plan for the month that is coming? Because what I know is that a goal is a desired result or possible outcome that a person envisions, plans, and commits themselves to achieve. A lot of people desire to do things. A lot of people want to achieve great things. But where a lot of us stumble and where we get stuck is the fact that these are desires. And a desire without a goal, you formularize it, you put it into a concrete statement. It becomes just a desire. So a dream without a goal is just a desire. You are just desiring something. So until you put it down, until you formulate a statement around that goal, that I want to achieve this by so date, it needs to be smart, it must be targeted. So a goal will help you to put actions to those desires. It will help you to put plans in place to make sure that you are actively working towards a particular result. So a goal will help to give you direction. It will allow you to stay mentally and physically focused on the road to achieve those things that you have set for yourself that you want to achieve. So a lot of us, we miss out on these goals because we take it for granted that I know what I want to achieve, I know where I'm going, I know what I want, and so therefore we don't make concrete plans to make sure that we highlight all the things that are going to help to take us there. So having this session is a time for us to come together to say, you know what, I will set this time aside to actually put down, appropriately those things that I want to do and the steps that are going to take me there. So that way we can hold each other accountable. You know the plan I know the plan that you have, and we can always help each other to move in the right direction. Okay, so like I always say, until you actually put these things in place, until you actually have concrete plans in place, you're still toying around with the idea of running a business successfully. You're still toying around with the idea of growing your business. You're still toying with the idea of increasing your business. So until you actually start to, give yourselves the steps, in this session we'll talk about all the steps that you need to take to move your business from A to B to C to D and to Z. So because when you have set those goals, it will help you to stay on track. You can see the list you've already created. We say this is the goal we want to achieve. We want to build a website. We create all the lists of the steps that are going to get us to that goal, and we can see ourselves actually doing, taking away all of the things that are going to get us there. So that's why we need to set these goals. In case some of us don't know me, my name is Tosin John, like I said at the beginning, and I'm a business strategist and a mentor. I'm a wife, I'm a mom. I run several businesses. I'm a serial entrepreneur. And I'm a testament to the fact that you can run multiple businesses. You can run successful businesses while being a wife and a mom. It's possible. It's achievable. We need to get away from the stories we tell ourselves that I'm so busy, my hands are full, I've got so many things I need to do. There are ways that we can work around it, and we are able to achieve success in all areas of our life. So I just wanted to put that out there so that you know that if some people are doing it successfully, you can also do it. I can also do it, and we can work together to build this life that we want for ourselves. Okay, and my aim and my mission is to help individuals, business owners to gain clarity, like I said, around their business proposition, what their business really is out there to do, who are the people they're out there to serve. So I help them to know what they want to do and how to do it, and in order for them to be able to make sure that they find profit in the business they are doing. And we do that by giving you very, very basic steps that you need to go from A to B to Z to see results. Okay. All right. And today we are going to look at last month. We had the same session last month. So we're going to look at, if you're in the comment, hello, good to have you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Thank you. So today we are going to look at what are the things that we set out to do to achieve last month. We're going to brainstorm the things that we want to see and achieve for the month of October. we're going to be able, we're going to break those goals, big tasks down into smaller chunk of tasks, and we're going to schedule those tasks into the days that we've already outlined for ourselves. Like I always say, you know yourselves, you know the days that you're most active, you know the days that you're less active, you know the times, and you do this by tracking your time. Once you track your time, you know how to slot in your most productive task to your most productive days and time. And we're going to track and review those things. And finally, everything that's been hindering us from actually becoming who we want to be. We have great desires, we have, big things we want to achieve. And the only way we can achieve them is by removing excuses from our vocabulary. Everything that's been stopping us, we're going to, do away with them. So if we continue with this quickly. So step one is for us to be able to reflect. We need to take time out to reflect. How has the month of September been for you? What did you set out to achieve? What were the goals did you say you are going to achieve? What were the things that you told yourself that you were going to do? And have you actually, did you work? Did you proactively? Because there are some things that unless we become very, very intentional, the word intentional has been my motto for this year. You need to be intentional about those things that you want to do. So today is a day of reflection. How did the month go for you? What did you set out to do? What were you able to do? We need to reflect, because reflection will help us to stay focused. Because when you are reflecting, what worked? What really helped you? Were you able to stay late in order to be able to, work on your blog? Were you able to wake up early in order to start writing that book that you've been telling yourself you've been wanting to write for the past few years? So what big or small things did you achieve? Who helped you along the way to achieve those things? By reflecting, we are able to actually see where we're able to gain traction, and we can multiply on those things that really helped us. So today we are going to use it, and over the course of this weekend, we're going to do more reflection in order to see what felt easy for you in achieving those tasks. What were the things that you achieved in your business? You need to every month end, because I need to give my accountants our sales figures anyway. So these are things that have become non-negotiables for you. You need to make sure that at the end of every month, you sit down, you look at your expenses, you look at what sales did you set out to achieve for that month? What sales did you actually attain? Unless you're looking, unless you're reflecting, unless you're reviewing those areas of your business, it's going to be very hard for you to know what to work on. Do you need to work on your marketing? Do you need to work on your networking? Do you need to work on art? So a time of reflection will help you to see where there are shortfalls in your business, and for you to be able to put certain steps in place to make sure that the next month is definitely better than the last, and the one coming is definitely better than the last. So that's the only way we can make sure that we have consistent progress in our business. Because once you know what is holding you back, and what has been stopping you, and what has been helping you to get better results, if word of mouth has been the form of marketing that's been helping you, because you reflected and you were able to see where those customers were coming from, what items of sale you were able to do better at this time, then it will help you to know how to multiply on the things that are working and to eliminate the things that aren't working in your business. All right. So now, once we've done this reflection, we are going to take the good, because I did project management. I actually did project management Prince 2 to an advanced level. And this step has really helped me. Everything we do in life, like I always say to my clients, everything you do in life, they are stepping stones to where you are going in the future. So there's no knowledge lost. When I was doing project management, sometimes I would say, this is a waste. I'm going to still do my business, but all of that skills and knowledge I've acquired from project management has really helped me, because now I can use that to say, okay, what are the lessons learned from the things I did in September that didn't work? The lessons learned, I'm going to now apply them to the things that I want to do for October. Okay, so that is where I got the word from, lessons learned. And now, for this month of October, I want you to write down what big things that you want to do. I always tell people, don't make them too many, because that is recipe for overwhelm. What you want to do is to highlight the 3 to 5 things that are the core things that are very, very essential and critical to the advancement of your business. And if you're watching me and this is not relevant for your business, I want you to just make sure that you are, sorry, I just want to make sure that I don't have any calls coming in. I want you to make sure that the ideas that you are putting down for October that you want to achieve, they are revenue generating activities. There's no point writing out everything that makes you look good that you're doing business, but they are actually not, taking your business from one level to another higher level. I'll give you an instance. It's very easy to look busy being on social media. You're commenting on people's pages just so that people see that you are online, but you haven't spent time actually putting stuff out for people to know that you have things to sell. You are not putting any content out that provides value to those customers that come into your page, and you're spending time on other people's pages, and then they see your comments, they come down to your social media page, and there is nothing for them to actually interact with. So therefore, although you are using your time, but you're not using it effectively. So now I want you to only focus those big tasks on things that are very relevant to your business, that will actually move the needle for you in your business. And then once you do a brain dump of everything, you need to make sure that they are things that are achievable. They must be smart goals that that one, they are specific. It could be, I want to attract 5 to 10 new customers to my business before the end of October. It must be measurable. 10 is a number that you can measure, because you would know when you do your review, you will know if you actually had that 10 number of clients. It must be achievable. Can you work as hard as you can to make sure that you get those 10 new customers? It must be realistic, because if you are telling yourself by the end of October, I want to get 1,000 new customers, it's a good thing to desire, but is it realistic? Can you actually over the last course of how many years you've been doing your business, at what point did you actually attract 100 at a time, and then how much more you want to attract 1,000? So you must bring it down to the level you can operate at, and it must be time bound. That's why we make it a monthly goal, so that at the end of every month we can come back again to review if we were able to attain that particular goal. So now that you've written out everything you want to achieve for the month of October, now step three is that we need to get intentional. All right, there's a very, very good quote, and I always put this quote somewhere I can see it, because it's very, very important, the words in it. It says, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. And the secret of getting started is breaking down your complex, overwhelming goals or tasks into small, manageable tasks, and then starting on the first one. And there is a Chinese proverb that says that, how do you eat an elephant? It is one bite at a time. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. You cannot swallow an elephant as a whole. And therefore, now you have this big, gigantic task of 3 to 5. What we want to do next is to break it down. Okay, you want to make sure that you're breaking your goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Because once you have a clear idea, sorry, I think we can't really see this. So once you have a clear idea of how, yeah, once you have a clear idea of what you want to achieve by the end of the month, now we need to make a plan. We need to break it down into very easy steps. So for instance, now you've told yourself that this month I want to attract 10 new customers. Now, what steps would you take deliberately in order to attract one customer? Because whatever step you take to attract one customer, you can multiply that step to attract 10 customers. So for instance, if you have decided to use social media to attract a customer, what are you going to do to attract a customer? Are you going to be, doing Instagram stories every day? Are you going to be sending out, value-worthy content on your page? Are you going to be interacting? Are you going to make use of your DM? So once you identify one area by which you are going to attract one customer and you are able to actually achieve that, you can now multiply those tasks to get more customers from that same stream. Because what we don't want is, all we are thinking about is, oh, I need to attract 10 customers. I need to attract 10 customers. And we are not looking at the basic steps that we've already outlined about how we're going to get to that top goal. So therefore, by getting intentional is that we need to now say, over the course of this number of days, I need to break my goals down into smaller, manageable tasks. Say hi for me in the comment. Thank you for joining in. It's really great to have you joining today. It's good to have you. I'm really happy. Thank you. Just say hi for me in the comment. Let me know where you're joining from. All right. So the next thing is this. Once we have a goal, we've broken it down. Once you break it down, this is called the blueprint. So this blueprint is now something that now becomes your task that goes into your calendar. So now I've given an instance here, is that the big goal that we've already identified in step 2 is that we want to sell 30 items from our new collections. Maybe you sell fashion jewelries. You want to sell 30 of the items from your new collections by the 31st of October. Okay, and now you're going to now break it down into smaller tasks. What is the smallest thing that I can do to move, towards this goal? Sorry, I don't need to keep thinking, oh, I need to sell 30 items. I need to sell 30 items. But then what is the smallest thing that I can do today, right now, that can move me further to that goal? I need to look at that and break it down. This is where I always stress that a mind map will really help you to go a long way for this. When you have a mind map, say this is your goal. I want to sell 30 items. What are the things, based from my past experience, based from my knowledge, based on everything I know that I've done in the past to do to achieve this? I now need to bring down every step to get to this goal. Okay. And now I need to brainstorm all the things. I need to bring it down onto a mind map. And the idea of this mind map is to help us to create an overview, is to help us to take out of our head every step that is required for me to get to my destination. I put it down on paper. Okay, say for instance, I want to create 4 new videos for my YouTube channel. I cannot just sit down every day and think about, okay, I need to create 4 videos. What steps will help? What, very minute step can I take today that can actually help me towards achieving that goal? I should not just sit down and be worrying about, oh my God, I need to create 4 YouTube videos. Hi, thank you for joining in. Can you let me know where you're joining from in the comment so I can say hi to you? Thank you. It's really great to have you. So I need to say, okay, one, I need to get the topics that I want to talk about. I need to research the keywords that's going to help me get found on YouTube. Then I need to pick a day for me to do my YouTube videos. I need to create the scripts. I now start to list all of the things. That way, I can start to say, okay, let me assign a day for me to research the topics and a day for me to research the keywords at the same time. Okay, I need to pick a day to do the video recording. I need to pick the location where I'm going to do my video recording. I need to pick the clothes. So once I have dumped all of these things and I've created a mind map, such as we see on the screen right here, it will help me to bring that thing closer. And that way I have all the things I need to do in front of me, and then it is easy for me to now start to put them down into a calendar. All right, step 4 is now I have my goal. I've dumped my blueprint of all the steps that will take me to my goal. I now need to schedule everything into my calendar. For anyone that wants to achieve a goal, for anyone that plans to be somewhere, plans to have success in their business, using a calendar, either the paper calendar or the one you use on your phone, it should be your next best friend. It must be your next best friend, because that is what will keep you focused, that will keep you accountable to yourself. It will keep you accountable to your dream and your purpose, because you're working towards something. Now it's time to decide on the dates for each of those tasks we've identified. And it's time to actually plan and put them in the calendar. And now we are going to start to schedule it. But before you schedule those tasks that you want to do into your calendar, what you want to do is to first of all look at what you currently have planned ahead. Okay, so you need to look at what days can I not, that I know that no matter what I do on this particular day, I must not try to put anything in it. Say, for instance, you have maybe one of your children's birthday on that day. Is going to be pointless. Scheduling a task or a business task on that day is not going to work. Another thing you don't want to do is that you plan to do your video recording on that day, and then you find out that day is clashing with the day you have a dental appointment, which maybe the dental appointment, you've already booked it months ahead, so you've forgotten about it. Then a day to the time that you already proposed to do your video, the dentist secretary sends you a text reminding you, and then you find out it's already clashing with the time you've allocated to do your video recording, and that will just throw all your plans out of the window. And then you now have to work hard to find another day. You've already mentally prepared yourself for your video, and something comes to throw it off because you did not put that date into your calendar prior, so that you know not to put your video to that day. Hence why having a calendar, putting everything that you want to do ahead, it will be there, and then you can see, okay, I have 10 things I've already outlined that I want to do in order for me to be able to record my YouTube video. All right, this I can put it on the 2nd. I can put this task on the 10th, maybe, and on the 10th, is it between 10 to 12? Is it between 5 to 6 during the time I'm picking up my children? Whilst I'm waiting for them for their ballet lesson, I can actually write the script. Once you know the things that you want to do, then it is easy for you to put them and allocate days and time for them. But if you never even had the list in the first place, then you don't even know how to actually assign a time and a day for that task in order to achieve it. So if we form the habit of making sure that we, everything that we do every month, this monthly session that we do, if it becomes part of us, it becomes a habit, we will see that, every day that we are taking smaller steps towards our goal, we are taking smaller steps to tick off those tasks, we will find out that before we know it, those goals that looks unattainable to us, we are already getting close. day by day, minute by minute. We are getting closer to that goal. So nothing is too big to attain or to achieve if we have plans for it. All right. So now that we've put those dates and those times in the calendar of those tasks to achieve our main goal, what I want us to remember is this. Having this plan will help us to take strategic and focused action on achieving the success. And we do not need to tackle all the goals at once. We do not need to put 10 tasks in 1 week for us to achieve, because that's a recipe for trouble. That's a recipe to fail. If I put in 1 week, I want to do my YouTube video, then I want to edit it that week, then I want to, that's just too much work for me. And therefore, I will find out that week I can't do anything. But say I only, out of my 10 tasks, I only put 2 in that week. I know I can find 1 to 2 hours in my week to do that task. All right. So therefore, you want to say no to overwhelm. All right. We want to limit those tasks to not more than 3. If you are able to achieve those 3 tasks in that week, there is ample time for you to take from the task for next week. That means you are way ahead of your task, and that's better than having 5 goals that you can't achieve everything, and then you start to worry about how to actually get to the finish line. Okay, now step 5, we've done step 1, we've identified the goal, we've been intentional by actually writing it down in concrete terms. We've down all the steps that are required to actually help us to achieve that goal, and then we've put those tasks into our calendar that is going to help us to make sure we are achieving something every day or every week towards that goal. Now, at the end of the week, we need to assign a date at the end of every week. I call it, in my program, is make a date with destiny. We are going to find a day in the week, preferably a day in the weekend or a time in your weekend, that you're going to sit down for you to make sure that you are looking at those goals to ascertain if you're actually moving in the right direction. That way you are able to track what you're doing. You're able to review if the things that you put in place are helping you towards achieving your goal, and then you can adjust and plan for the following week as is necessary. Okay, the way we need to do this is that if you are not tracking your time, if you are not looking at the things that you are doing to make sure that you're on track, it's going to be because once you are veering off your path, there's no way to know, because you weren't tracking. So there are those times to track and review are there for you to make sure there are checks and balances along the way, and you're making sure that everything is moving in the right direction. And therefore, what we want to do is that we want to make sure that I take time out in that weekend to sit down to look at my week. How has it gone? How has it been? I set out to achieve 3 tasks. Was I able to achieve it? What helped me to achieve it? Was it because I was able to wake up earlier? Was it because I was able to stay up late? Was it because I assigned some tasks to some people and they were able to do it quickly for me? Because what you want to do is this: those things that helped you to achieve those tasks, you want to multiply on them. So if you find out that because you did exercise, you were able to have more energy to work on your business, to work on your life, to work on any task that you set for yourself, then you want to make sure that you want to find more time to have to exercise, so that you have more energy to work on your task. So it becomes a cycle. So if waking up early, you want to be an author, you want to write a book, but you've been telling yourself for years, I don't have time. The time must come from somewhere. It must come from a place, So you need to make sure, okay, can I give myself 1 hour, waking up 1 hour early, sleeping 1 hour late, and then writing those books, start to write, gradually. Even if it's just 300 words I can write in a day, or 300 words, 500 words in a week. So now you need to sit down and say, okay, how was I able to write 500 words? What helped me? Okay, I was able to wake up early. I now need to incorporate that into my week every time, so that I start to wake up early and I start to work on that dream and work on that project. Okay. So now, once we've done that, the purpose, the reason why we need to make sure that no matter what we do, the step that is critical to all of our goal setting and planning is that we are reviewing. Because there is no, and even you can see that if you work in an office sector, in any sector, if you work 9 to 5, this is also something that is practiced everywhere. I remember when I was working in NHS in project management. Every week, Friday before we go on, we will have a meeting to review what projects we are working on. We have to have that meeting before everybody goes out the door. We need to review, because once we do a review, we do a revision of what is working well, so that we can do more of those things. And what were the challenges that we faced that did not allow us to accomplish our task? We need to make sure that we find ways to eliminate those challenges, so that it does not continue to hinder and to stop us. Because once we do this review, it will help us to, develop the momentum that we need to continue to activate our wins, to continue to activate the greater part of those things that help us to achieve our goals. All right. And the final thing that I always say when I do this monthly goal setting and planning session is that there is every reason for us to have excuses. And I always say to people, if you want results, there are two people in this life: the people who get results and the people who give excuses and who give reasons. If you want results, you've got to eliminate excuses. Everybody wants a good life. Everybody wants a successful business. But you've got to be at the point in your life that you know that you say to yourself, no matter what comes my way, no matter the challenge, I've become a resilient person in such a way that I now need to develop a mentality that no matter the stumbling block that comes my way, I'm going to overcome it. No matter what, I'm going to overcome this challenge. Because what we have to understand is challenges are a part of life. Challenges are something that will always come up. Because every time you do something and you overcome a challenge, the higher you go, the greater the challenges, the greater the things that you will face. And until you become resilient from this stage, it's going to be hard to do away with excuses, to do away with reasons, to do away with stumbling blocks at this stage. So you become resilient from here, so that as you go further, you're becoming more and more and more resilient, and you're becoming stronger and stronger to be able to face even the greater challenges. Because the bigger your business, the bigger the dream, the bigger the purpose, the bigger the challenge. And that is just the principle of life. But there is nothing. He said there's no challenge that has ever overcome you that you have not been given the power to overcome. As bigger the challenge is, as bigger the problem, as bigger the situation, you have been given and the enablement to be able to overcome it. So I want us to now make sure that we are giving no room for excuses in attaining our goal. Okay. I always give this analogy. It's just like somebody that wants to go out of their house, and there is a block that has just been there. Somebody put the block there, and every time they go out, they meet this block on the road, they stumble across it, they go into their car, they're coming back home in the evening, they left the block there at the door, and then they walked in, they stumbled on it and went in. And every day they leave this block by the door. You do not proactively take that stumbling block that continues to make you fall. You don't take it out of the way. It's going to continue to hinder you. It's going to continue to fall you down. And therefore, any excuse that has not helped you to get to your goal up until now, this is the time to say no. You must be deliberate to overcome those challenges that and those excuses that has been stopping you in times past. So if maybe, for instance, one of the block that has been delaying you from being who you want to be, and a lot of us, the first thing we say is time. Time is is common to everybody. Nobody really has time to do anything. But if we continue to use time as an excuse not to do what we need to do, or we plan to do, or we desire to do, that means we will never do it. So now, in order to eliminate that excuse from your vocabulary, to be able to get to your goal, to your destination, to where you want to be, you've got to be deliberate to say, you know what, time has been my excuse, but I want to make sure I achieve this goal before the end of October. So how can I make sure I find time for myself? If you start with finding 20 minutes in a day to do that writing, you spend that 20 minutes to market your business in any form you so choose. You spend that 20 minutes to actually work on your website, to just write a copy of your website. Before you know it, 20 minutes every day or 20 minutes every 2 or 3 days, it begins to accumulate. So you're already eliminating that excuse, because anybody that wants to go somewhere, you've got to be intentional. You've got to give it all it takes. So therefore, we are going to sit down and look at what are all the things that has been hindering me from fulfilling my purpose, from getting to my destiny, from going all in into this business, from going all in into this goal. We are going to write it down. Time is a common ground for every one of us. Nobody really has time, especially if you have children, you have family, you have a 9-to-5 job. But when you track your time, you track your days, you look at, what am I doing on my weekends? What do I do when I come back from church on Sunday? What do I do Saturdays after I pick up the children, maybe from football, from ballet, from dance classes? Until you deliberately sit down and look at how you're spending your days, how you're spending your time, and then begin to, work around things until you say to yourself, you know what, enough excuse, enough stumbling block. I am going all in to achieve my goal. It's not going to be really easy. We have to be deliberate and intentional about it. This is where I'm going to finish today, because we've been 42 minutes in. Okay, I did a mid-year business tracker it was end of June, and this I have a workbook that will really help you. Where you can download the work. I'm going to put in the comment. Yes, we need to. Yeah, thank you, Sister Inga. She said eliminate excuses to get good results. Absolutely. Until you say no to excuses, until you are deliberate to say, you know what, no matter what the excuse, even if I give myself 15 minutes just in a day to do this, it will really go a long way to help us to begin to see, tangible results, because you'll be so happy. It now starts to build momentum. You start to get motivated, because you give yourself 15 minutes to work on something, you get results from it. Then the next time, definitely you give yourself 20 minutes, and then you get results. You'll be like, oh my God, I'm seeing the results. And then you give yourself 1 hour. That is how you build on momentum, and you start to see results. And before you know it, you're already at the end of the goalpost. Okay. I just want to say thank you to everyone. I'm just going to quickly put in the comments where you can actually grab this workbook, because it's full of a lot of the things we've discussed today. How you can identify those tasks, how you will brain dump them, how you will begin to set and put them in place. So this workbook is really going to, even though it says media tracker, but it's it cuts across anything about goal setting and planning. So if you just go to that website, you'll be able to download it. There's a video as well that accompanies this workbook, and it will really help you to start to, because as we're coming to the end of the year, what we want to do is to make sure that we finish this year strong despite what COVID has done, and we start to plan towards the beginning of 2021, so that we make sure that we eliminate excuses in our from our vocabulary. We start to deliberately and intentionally work on our goals. We start to intentionally and deliberately work on our business and start to see greater results. So until I see you next time, I want to say once again, thank you for joining me on this live broadcast today. And if there are any ways that you feel I can support you in your business, don't hesitate. I think there's an error with the link I sent. I'll send it via my main page after the live. So if there's any way you feel I can be of help to your business in any way, don't forget to send me a message, and I'll be sure to get right back at you in any way. And if there are any topics you want me to come to discuss about, send them to me, message me. I'm available online every day. Just send me a message and I'll be sure to respond back to you directly. All right. And I just wanted to say thank you once again for joining in. So until I see you next time, it's the Angel Business School signing out. Bye.